Why are you so whiny? I know, you know we're here. Yes, I know. I know that you know that we're here, but you got to give me a minute. I mean, we just drove for 2 days to get here. Can I have a minute? She's like, fuck no. We've been driving for 2 days. Let's get out there. I'm just hoping I was going to have to poop. I didn't really eat a lot yesterday. And what I did eat was just trash. I'm so tired. I've almost drank an entire thing of coffee. I just took some pre-workout, so we're letting that kick in. But I think we're going to do the long way up, and then we'll figure out how we want to come down, okay? Yeah. I'm hoping to do the big loop, or the big route. It's not a loop. It's a... What would it be? Probably, I guess you would call it a lollipop, I guess. In a way. But we'll see. It's not very busy here. 2 old people just showed up, and then there's one other vehicle that was here when we first got here, and that's it. But it'll probably start getting busy. Getting to be 10 o'clock now. Problem is it's breezy out there. The thermometer says 43. Stop whining. Why are you whining? Jeez. Problem is it keeps getting windier and windier. I was hoping to give the old people a chance to go get as far ahead of us as they can, because I'm thinking they went this other way, this way, but did they go up that way, or did they go back this way? Most people will go this way and then go up, not that way, so it'll be interesting to see. We got a lot of stuff to get done today. Oh gosh dang, I need to get my spreadsheet done. That's going to take most of my day. Because I need to send that to Carmen and her husband. I did message them a little bit yesterday. And I know he is actually going to be volunteering to work some of the race too. So I just got to figure out, like, I don't know if he's doing an aid station or what he's doing, but it would be, it would be, I don't want these sunglasses though. Like if he was volunteering at an aid station when I was coming through, that would be pretty cool, but timing wise. Hi, sweet girl. Hi. Okay, I'm almost ready. Like, I kind of feel like I need to poop. I just don't want to get halfway up the mountain and then have to poop. I have just eaten just crap today is the problem. Or not today. Well, today I didn't eat that very good either, but the last couple days, I just eating crap. Tomorrow will be a long run day. I think we're going to do scratch gravels, or might go up into the back country. So I don't know if I'll be able to live stream it. If we go back country, I won't be able to live stream it. That might be more fun. What do you think? Back country? There just might be too much snow back there still. Like the high peaks facing this direction don't have hardly any snow on them left. But any of the trails go back in the little drainages and on the other side and all that kind of stuff. So, I am not feeling this today because my legs are so stiff. You wait. You can't go out yet. I can't see my phone. No, you wait. You are not. No, you wait. Just wait. You are just ridiculous. Gosh dang it. I can't reach the phone now. There we go. Actually doesn't feel that bad out here. I saw those old people and they're freaking bundled up like it was 40 below. So I was worried that that wind was really stinking cold, but actually doesn't feel too bad. Hold on. It's gonna be my luck that while we're doing this, somebody's gonna come in. Driving in, but we'll try and get out of here before anybody else gets here. Oh gosh dang it, I forgot fucking sunglasses. Of course I'm gonna do that. Right when I'm like, oh, let's get going. I want these ones because they're a little bit, they're not as dark. Yeah, trying to zip my zipper up. There you go. Wow, I cannot see the screen on my phone. Why is that? Why is it so dark today? It's not that sunny out. Oh. I don't know. All I know is this first little bit is probably going to be super slow for me. My legs are so freaking stiff after driving for 2 days. Granted, we did go for a run yesterday morning, but I woke up at 6:30 this morning. We stayed and drove the rest of the way this morning. So we had about a little over 3 hours of driving this morning. Oh, I don't have the right shoes on. Oh, man. Gosh dang it. I cannot do it in these shoes. I am just all out of sorts this morning. just all out of sorts. Because the shoes I'm wearing have 0 shoelaces on them. They're just my traveling shoes. You just slip them on. Ooh, that wind is cold. Holy cow. Now that I'm going back this direction. All right, over here. I gotta put different shoes on. So if I was to start climbing a mountain, I would not be able to. Okay, well, I'm not gonna change camera views again, so you're just gonna have to stare at me. All right, come here. I'll just put some. Okay. Don't go. Come here. You're gonna get us in trouble if somebody shows up. Weirdo. I'll just try and put some shoes on really fast. Come here, Mary. Come here. Come here. No wandering around. Come here. You're being oh so good right now. Total butthead this morning, last night. We drove, what, like 10 hours yesterday. Well, maybe not quite 10, at least 8. She was perfectly fine, perfectly well behaved on her side of the barricade. I mean, she had her moments, but nothing bad. And then, okay, we got other shoes on now. We'll be okay. Just gotta try and hurry. And then something clicked, and she decided that she was going to be a complete bonker, go complete berserk, choking herself out with her leash and the barricade and all that. Ah, Spice Girl, good morning. Well, we drove 13 hours total yesterday, but and then we drove another 3.5 this morning ish. Or what was it? No, I guess it was about 12 hours we drove yesterday. Well, I should say 12 hours total? Yeah, it would have been about 12 hours total. So that includes 2 really quick gas stops. I guess 3 actually. Three gas stops. Whew. My hands are cold. I should have brought my gloves. I should have. See, I didn't even put her freaking harness on or her bell or anything. I am just all out of sorts today because she has been bugging me since we got here. I got so much stuff I have to get done today that I'm just freaking, this whole week really, I got so much stuff to get done. But today I promised the people that are going to help me out during the race that I would have my spreadsheet done, and I don't have it done yet. I told them I'd have it done by today, so I got to get that knocked out. No distractions, which means she's not gonna like it because I'm just gonna have to go and probably go sit in the park, or really we could just sit right here. No, I'd rather sit in the park. If I sit right here, I'm gonna have to put my Starlink up. If I go sit in the park, then I can can just use my MiFi, which I might just get rid of, because that's an extra like $60 a month, and I don't really use it as much anymore now that I have my Starlink Mini. And even if I do end up stealth camping somewhere, I can just hotspot off my phone. I don't have, well, I have the same amount of data I can hotspot off my phone as I do on that. So let's go this way. Last minute work, yep. I'm like really dehydrated today too, because I did not hardly drink anything except for caffeine infused diuretics yesterday. And then this morning the only thing I've had is coffee and a little bit of pre-workout. That's it. Whew. Oh. I have to go through and try and order everything too. That I might need that I don't have. Because that way it'll get here by the time I leave. Because my last opportunity to get anything is probably going to be, get anything from my mailbox will be Tuesday. Because I'm dropping her off on Wednesday up in Great Falls. Not this Wednesday, I'm talking next week. So I'm dropping her off Great Falls Wednesday night. So I'll have dinner with my mom, and then we'll just go drop her off. Then I gotta leave. Whew, and hopefully we'll make it. Well, it'll be just me by that time. But I gotta start immediately driving back down to Arizona. So it'll be if I can get, even if I can get 5 hours of driving in, that'll get me down to the border. And then I can get all the way down to Flagstaff on Thursday. Like, I'll get in there late, but get like a shakeout run in, do any last minute stuff I need to do. Because on Sunday is check-in and all that, and I think I still need to talk to the two peeps that are helping me out, but most likely I'm gonna have to park my van, ride the shuttle down, and then stay in like a tent camp the night before the race. having network issues right now. Doesn't make any sense because staring at the cell towers, like 4 of them right here. Like this whole trek up right here is on this side of the is on the city side where all the cell towers are. So I don't know why I'm having network issues. It's not cell service issues, it's network issues. Cause I have 4 bars of 5G. Morning.
Morning.
Oh, that wind is chilly. Wind is chilly. We might just do short way up, maybe a long way down. Just do one loop. I don't remember what that is, like 7 miles maybe. I don't think I have it in me to do the big lollipop. At least that way, going down the long way will be faster going down, because I would be coming up that way, and there's not much cell service back there, so I definitely will be having network issues back there if my cell service isn't very good, being that right here I have great cell service, but I'm having network issues. So if I'm having them now with 4 bars of 5G, I'm definitely going to have them with 2 bars of 4G in the backside. Well, there's sometimes where it even drops down to 1 bar of 4G. Whew. I'm excited to freaking. This is my favorite time of year here in Montana. So it's a little. It kind of sucks that I'm not back here because, and one, the weather this year has not been very conducive. I was looking at the bigger mountains coming in, and they're still just completely packed with snow. Like the Elkhorns over here. Casey Peak, for like to train for the first 50K, as far as similar distance and amount of vert and all that kind of stuff. Casey Peak, or maybe not Casey Peak included, but mostly just Elkhorns, would be like perfect training for that. Because if you come from like the Pole Creek side, going to Casey Peak, you're talking about 26 miles with about 9,000 feet of vert. but that 24-mile stretch, whew, at the beginning is now. Pole Creek is not as exposed, and it's a different type of rock, and because it's all granite for the most part over there. The trail is super rocky. It's all single track, at least up till you get towards the top of the first little pass. Then it gets really like almost off trail grass, high mountain, like high alpine grass with a real swampy area mixed in there. And then you drop down off of that to the other side to be able to connect to the trail going up to Casey Peak. And then like the top of Casey Peak is super rocky. It's just like granite scree, granite boulders, fractured granite, I guess you could say. Inside on the stepper today, nice. Oh geez, ready to walk after that. Saw a bobcat. Oh geez, huge rattlesnake on the patio. How do I protect myself out here? I just exist. If we see a rattlesnake, then we just avoid it. I do a lot of times, especially like a little bit later than now, I will usually carry like a small pepper spray, not like a big bear spray, but a smaller one, just in case you run into any bobcat or mountain lions. Because we have a lot of mountain lions around here. And then down by both, we have a lot of bobcat. Hello. All right, come on. The bears around here are just mostly black bear, but up in the Elkhorns, there's grizzly in there. Just south of here is a bunch of grizzly too. Now, never used to be that way, but they're encroaching back again. Ticks. I just give myself a good look over, freak out whenever I see one on me. She's got medication on her right now because I was going to get it during her vet appointment here in a week, but when we were down in north of San Francisco, up there in the Lake Sonoma area, that place just infested with freaking ticks. So I just had to run over to a Tractor Supply and get her one, which was a weird experience. The lady was like, "Oh, what's your phone number?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't have a phone number with you guys. I'm just passing through." And she's like, "Oh, well, it's California state law. We have to have a phone number for when you buy this." And I'm like, "What the hell are they? What are you using tick medication for that they have to track that by state law?" You know, it's like, I get, you know, some things you might buy. It's like when I was working at the paint store, we had to track certain types of, you know, paint thinner and stuff like acetone, because people use that to make drugs. Same thing with like over-the-counter cold medicines of some types that are still called over-the-counter even though they're behind the counter. There's a lot of states, even over-the-counter stuff, you're supposed to have a doctor's note to get. And I'm like, this isn't a prescription medicine. Arkansas was that way for like the really good like cold medicine that, like here in Montana, you have to go up to the pharmacy desk and get it because they keep it behind the counter because they use it to make meth. And you're required to have some sort of ID. Either you have to put your driver's license or real ID, whatever you have, some sort of state ID in order to buy it. Arkansas was like, oh, you need a doctor's note. It's like, I'm freaking 2,000 miles away from my doctor and I have a cold. Like, what sense does that make? Are you carrying diseases? Yeah, who knows? Weirdo. Hi, sweet girl. Yeah, we can go that way. Both the directions go to the same place. She's like, yes. They're like, oh, I'll never forget that. I mean, this is like 10 years ago, but, and then they're like, well, you can get this other stuff that doesn't have this in it. You just can't get this stuff. And I'm like, that other stuff doesn't work. And then that's the stuff that they pulled off the shelves. Like the FDA removed their little freaking approval on it. Just like, what was that, last year or the year before? Because the stuff doesn't work. Sounds like there's somebody up here on the trail. Probably those old people that we saw earlier. That means they're moving fast if they're up on the trail. Oh, this is somebody else, I think. Who knows? Whew. Uphill's getting me. Oh, here we go. Hello. Okay, Nori, come on. I don't know where all these people parked at, because there's only one vehicle in the parking lot. And we've seen 3 people out here now. Well, 3 groups of people. Now, granted, there is like 5 different trailheads into this mountain, but how's it going? It's going good. tired, but needed to do something. We're probably gonna do something tonight too. I needed to do something after traveling, and then like if I didn't, then long run tomorrow would be disastrous. And then I officially start my taper. Now, kind of like I explained once before, I'm not really, I haven't had a true training block, so do I have a true taper? You know, the idea of a taper is, you know, when you're get to the crescendo of your training block, either, you know, with depending on how you're training with and the race and all that, either higher intensity periods or high mileage or high volume, whatever it happens to be. And then you start tapering so that your legs can rebound from the training stimulus and start getting lots of energy. Oh, she wants to take the steep way. Oh, you little butthead. Okay. It's the shorter way, but it's also steep. But I haven't really had like a crescendo to my training block. I've just been trying to, for lack of better terms, just maintain a certain level of fitness. So I'm going to do a long run tomorrow and then a 10-day taper versus most people that do like a 3 to 2 week taper for a race this length. But they're usually also coming off of a freaking massive training block, so not me. And even then, my body responds the best to a 10-day taper versus a 2-week taper, even for like a marathon or anything like that. So oh man, this is steep. Oh, where's my watch say? It says 39% grade. I thought it was steeper than that. I really need to shower. I am very stinky. The last true shower I had was in over in California. So 2 weeks ago, or no, what is that? 2 weeks ago or a week ago? No, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it would have been 2 weeks ago. I think. I don't know. I'm all screwed up probably. No, I think it would have been last week, a week ago, because just now they sent me a message yesterday. Well, they put it in the group chat yesterday from the last race. The guy that like manages all the equipment and stuff, and you know, has to clean it, put it together, all that. And he put a message and he's like, hey, any of the videographers out there, is somebody missing a charger? And he sent a picture of it. And right away I recognized it as like a charger for, you know, either basically like Sony batteries for either like a SDR or Hollyland wireless system. And I have one. Now I own 2 of them, and I checked my box and I have one. And I know I used one when I was doing stuff. So I was like, and then I was thinking about it, I'm like, I'm the only videographer that was using his own equipment. So it's got to be mine. So I got to check that, go through the box and make sure if it's mine or not. But put a message in there, I'm like, I'll make bets that it's probably mine since I'm the only videographer using his own equipment. I told him I would go through my gear today and make sure if it's mine or not. If it is, I'll just pick it up at some point. Like even I will bet you they're probably going to set the studio up either probably on Saturday. So just have them take it to the studio and I'll just grab it from there. Since I'll be right there. Because they go live Monday morning, so you'd have to at least have it set up on Sunday. That might actually be when they set it up. If they set up on Sunday, then I probably won't be able to grab it. We're almost there, on top of the first summit anyways. We're gonna go up to the main summit and go down the backside. I wish I was wearing shorts now. Got my running tights on. Where's my dog at? There she is. Good morning. Sweet girl. Morning. Okay, ready to go to the next one? Ready? Okay, let's go. Okay, come in. The views are better on the other summit, so we'll take a look at the views over there. I bet it came up behind us. She ran up that last little bit. Way stronger runner than me. Probably training for, there's a race on this area called No Offense to the End, which is a pretty competitive race. You get a lot of pros that show up for it. It's like a little rust buster for the year. And I bet you he's training for that, because no one runs up that direction. Of course, I say that about coming up the backside too. Everybody runs down that section versus running up it. Yeah, that's my favorite section to run up. But that section I run up is the run down on the same race I was talking about. He's out here trying to make friends. Again, I go back to where are all these people? Like, which trailhead did they come in on? Because where we're parked is the main trailhead. So usually if there's a lot of people up here, that's where they're coming from. Because it's the only trailhead that has a toilet and stuff like that. All the other ones are just a place to park next to the road. Thinking about it the other day for Cocodona, how, you know, you always have the strong of runners, but I was thinking about, like, I wonder what the second is, because you'll get, oh, here's these old people I saw at the beginning, because you'll get a lot of people, surprisingly, from like San Diego or places like that, Colorado. But this year there's like freaking kind of there's the views. There's the views. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi. You too. Nari, come on. Nari, come on. Good girl. I'll get over here to the other summit. Just because I looked a little annoyed with Nari. So that's kind of funny. I sat in the parking lot for, well, they came out the back way, I guess. But cause I was gonna say, I sat in the parking lot for 15 minutes after they left, and we still beating with the tough, or right at the same time. But they would have gone an extra mile and a half. Oh, why are you saying I have an unstable network? There's 3 freaking cell towers that I'm pointing the camera at. There ain't none blocking us. There's the not so big city of Helena. I don't know, what is Helena's population at? Like, the city itself is probably like maybe 20, I don't know, maybe like 24, 26,000 probably. Then you add like the valley, and then East Helena and Montana City, which is just right over there. Might have maybe like 32, 34,000 people, maybe. Not a very big city. And then over there is Mount Helena, see all the clouds blowing across. Over that direction is the Continental Divide. In fact, that peak way over there is on the Continental Divide. Well, you can see the Continental Divide right here too. This right here is the Continental Divide. That's McDonald Pass, actually. I think. So I don't see a lot of snow. I mean, there's a bit. I don't see a lot of snow up there though in that country. So we might go there tomorrow to do our long run. If we don't go there, then we're just going to do our 30K course on into the scratch gravels. If we do the scratch gravels, that means I have to carry more water. If we do back there, I guarantee there's water for her. Because I have to carry water for both of us if we do scratch gravels, which is that right there. Or if we do Helena Ridge, which doesn't look too bad, but that's only going to get me 17, which I guess would be okay. I just can't tell how much snow is over there, if the whole length of it, because it looks like there's definitely snow on the top, because we'd have to go on that right there up over that, and that has snow on it. So I don't know. What do you think, sweet girl? What do you think? She's like, I don't care, I just like being out and about. Okay, well, it is a little windy. We are going to go down the backside. So, like I said, it won't be great. I don't have great cell service back there because all the cell towers are back here. That's why I was like, why am I having freaking so much network connection issues when there's like 4 cell towers right here that I'm on, because they're all this direction. Pretty view. Yeah, it's pretty nice up here. This right here is called the Sleeping Giant because it looks like a sleeping giant, like a giant laying on his back snoring. Ooh, see if I can zoom in a little bit more. There you go. That is the Sleeping Giant. That's the famous mountain for around here. Famous landmark around here, I guess. But that is the Sleeping Giant. But I'm thinking we're gonna go back into that tomorrow. That is the Gates of the Mountains Wilderness area. But we'll see. Okay, well, we're gonna go down, and so we're gonna go down the backside. It'll be spotty as I go, and then we will have like a dead zone, and then I'll pop back out around this front side down on the bottom down here, and then I'll have signal again, mostly all the way to the end. But last time we almost lost the stream, so oh, she's gonna say hi. Oh boy, she made a friend. Yeah. What's that? She's a Vizsla.
Oh yeah.
She is just a happy girl now. Okay, let's go. Good job, sweet girl. See ya. Margaret's having so much fun. That was hilarious. She was sitting there being oh so. Gone down this way. I don't know. So she was just like sitting there, kind of wagging her tail, you know, trying to read the room. And this guy the other doggo was, I mean, I get it. It didn't look like he was conducive to wanting to play. And then, like, right before he got up to her, all of a sudden he just was like, ha ha, and it was like all playful. And then she was like, yes. Oh, that wind is cold when that sun goes behind a freaking cloud. I need to get my Starlink mounted, my Starlink mounted, I should say, on the van as well. Usually I have signal right here, because right here on this little ridge I can see the cell tower over at Montana City, and now I can see the East Helena one too, so I got 2 cell towers. It says it doesn't care. Oh, I'm like freezing. Looks like it's gonna snow on top of the frickin' elk horns. This mountain over here is frickin' still just covered in snow. That's not even, that's about 1,000 feet lower than the elk horns over here. My dog has just left me. She's like, peace out, bitch. Find your own way home. I'm on my way. Oh, there's a pile of elk poop. Elk got close this year, I guess, to town. Usually they stay a little further away. They're clearly on this mountain. There's a couple piles there. Did you find a stick? Oh my goodness, and you're so happy. She's like, I got a stick. I'm gonna plug my phone in now before I forget. And then, because when we start bouncing down the trail, I'm not gonna want to stop. Yeah, take your stick. I was just plugging the phone in. Oh. I don't think we're gonna be, for whatever reason, I was thinking this was about 7 miles, but I don't see how we're gonna get close to 7. Like maybe a little over 6, maybe a 10K route. It's been a long time since I've done this though. Long time. Because usually whenever I come up, if I'm coming up here, then I'm just weaving around a bit. Just do the basic lollipop is almost 10. It's like 9.8. So this before I lose signal, but I know at least once I start dropping down into the gulch down here, then it starts getting pretty spotty. And then when I hit the switchbacks, it pretty much as deep as we're gonna get, blocked from the cell service. Oh, that wind is freezing. My hands are cold. My ears are starting to hurt. The temperature has easily dropped a good 10 degrees, it feels like, since we first got here. I love these trails. Coming up this way, this is the trail that I talk about. I love running up from the bottom to the top. Up here is about, well, the actual segment's a mile and a half. I don't really know where it starts and where it ends though, but the whole thing is like a little over 2 miles, and it's just an uphill grind the whole way. And the very famous pro runner Adam Peterman holds the CR on this segment. I am 8th all time on it, and that's when I was in really good shape. I'm not in that shape right now, that's for sure. I was like, well, there ain't no way in hell I could ever come close to that fast. Essentially, he did like a 6:45 mile the whole way up. When I did my time, I want to say it was like an 8:10 average all the way up. And when you're talking, a lot of it, like this section here is about a 6-7% grade. With the beginning down at the bottom is about a 18%. Why is my gimbal all of a sudden all messed up? The heck? What that was about? And sorry about that, everybody. I didn't notice my gimbal was just, my camera was just flopping all around because my gimbal wasn't working. That was bad. Whew. Are you coming, sweet girl? Yeah, it's so freezing up here that my nose is like all of a sudden like super runny and goopy. I mean, our nose always gets goopy when I run. It could be 80 degrees out, it don't matter. I like it. I've never been big on celebrating my birthday anyways. Straight down the mountain. Yeah, only I've been to is Hawaii and Alaska. Now, this year, if I have time, I don't think I'm going to have time this year. I was going to try and knock out Alaska with this little butt head, but I think we're going to have to wait till next year. Surprisingly, this downhill feels like it has a lot of uphill, which I know is not the case. Oh, I just unleashed a horrible fart. You can say hi if you want to. Oh, she's like, oh, I want the toy. She didn't want to say hi, she wanted the toy. Ooh, back kinda. Where'd she go? Did she go across the bridge or did she go down? I don't think she really knows where we're going. Oh, she went down in the wash. That's where she went. Down in the little ravine. So she fooled me. She didn't do either one. Yeah. Based upon what the parking lot said, I can't believe how many people are out here. And this, it's a fun race. I enjoy it. I did try. It's a fun race. I enjoy it. I did try and register for the race this weekend, Expedition 12K, because that's also a fun race. They were completely full and sold out. I thought about contacting the RD and being like, hey, can you get me in? Because I know the RD into this ravine, and so that I have about half a mile till I come around the corner, around the end of the spur coming down off the ridge before I get signal again. What are you doing? Are you looking for chipmunks? There's usually a lot of chipmunks in this section because of all the downed trees. So the race I was talking about, instead of going back this way, actually goes down here, jumps across the road onto that ridge, and then you climb up there and you do this little whatever, and then you drop down. And then you climb up over the next ridge, and then you drop down, and then you climb up on the Helena Ridge Trail, and then go back along that, up and over Mount Helena. No. You sicko. Come on. She heard me blow my nose out, and she's like, oh, free treats. Free treats. Let me eat that snot of yours. How about no? Oh, there's some squirrels not happy about us being here. I don't know if it's me or her. Either one they're not happy about, though. Okay, well, I'm gonna quickly lose signal again for at least half a mile, but I'll try and get through it as fast as I can. It's a not too bad of a downhill and then an uphill, so I should be able to move pretty quick. I would say maybe 3 minutes stops, or no, not 3 minutes, 5 minutes.